Hello my friend, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be essentially cook and clean with me. I'm going to be doing all of the homemaking things. I have to clean up my home, my messy home, and then I also have to cook some breakfast sandwiches at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that recipe. So we're going to start off the video by cleaning up my kitchen. Right now I'm just breaking down some boxes to take out to the trash, and then I'm gonna get my dishes unloaded out of the dishwasher and then load my dishwasher again.
No one else can see you like I do. All you ever do is say how far you wanna go. Baby, I can tell it's just for show. Every line designed to let me know.
If you are new here, hello, my name is Maria. I'm a stay-at-home mom. On my channel, there's tons of homemaking. I do a ton of cleaning, I do a ton of cooking, I do grocery hauls. So if those kind of things interest you, I'd love it if you would subscribe. So follow me over on Instagram because I'd love to get to know you and connect with you. I'll have my Instagram handle on the screen and I'll also have it in the description box below. Definitely be sure to follow me over there because I post daily in my stories and on my feed.
Trying to understand. What if this doesn't go as planned? So you don't know what it means to be loyal and kind. I know that you're not blind. Tell me what is really on your mind.
If you have been around for a while, you probably have seen me buy a ton of paper plates because I just like doing the dishes. But since we have to tighten up our budget a little bit, I don't buy paper plates anymore, and I decided to just buy some plastic plates for dinner. And I cannot believe how fast my dishes pile up now. So 9 times out of 10, there will be a ton of dishes washed in my cleaning videos.
I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright, like a ricochet. To you. Let me tell you, not because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. And even if you're trying to hurt me right now. And I'm stumbling through the dark in the dawn. I have found new ways, but no, I can't be the one that you need. Then I changed my mind. Maybe we got time to make this right. Can I be the one that you need? Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this heart, then I could have stayed the night, I could have called you mine. If I change the way I love, if I change the way I love, if I change, yeah. If I change the way I love. If I change the way I love. Yeah, you know what I've done in the past. Still you say you and I, we can last. I have found new ways, but no, can I be the one that you need? Then I changed my mind. Maybe we got time to make this right. Can I be the one that you need? Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this heart, then I could have stayed the night, I could have called you mine. If I change the way I change my mind. Baby, we got time to make this right. Can I be the one that you need? Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this heart, then I could have stayed the night, I could have called you mine. If I change the way I change my mind. Maybe we got time to make this right. Can I be the one that you need? If I change the way I love. When I'm down, you pick me up. You and me, we shiny dust, and we won't ever get enough. They don't know. In your eyes I put my trust. Baby, you're my all-time favorite drug. Let them keep talking about us, 'cause they don't know, we'll never know. When the rain hits hard on my window, when the night's too dark, you're my hero. When our troubles come, we can lay low. Say that we're never gonna leave. We gon' do it like they do in the movies. We gon' ride into the sunset, just you and me. We gon' sing along to our songs at the top of our lungs. We gon' do it like they do in the movies.
So at the time of filming this video, myself and my kids were feeling a little bit under the weather, and we had a little bit of a cough, so I decided to clean my sink with a little bit of Microban. What I did is I just sprayed it in my sink and let it sit, and then I used it around the sink as well. I decided to take the same cleaner, the Microban. I think I have the citrus scent. I love the scent. But anyway, I decided to take the Microban cleaner and also wipe down my countertops with that too.
We'll never know. When the rain hits hard on my window, when the night's too dark, you're my hero. When our troubles come, we can lay low. Say like we're never gonna leave. We gon' do it like they do in the movies. We gon' ride until the sunset, just you and me. We gon' sing along to our
Little fun fact, I like to use Microban for my stove. I feel like it gets my stove really clean, and it prevents it from smelling. I noticed if I don't use a cleaner with a smell to it, it will end up smelling funky, so I use Microban to cut down on that smell. Ever since I started using this cleaner on my stovetop, I no longer have that problem.
We gon' do it like they do in the movies. When I'm down, you pick me up. You and me, we're shiny dust. We gon' do it like they do in the movies. We gon' ride until the sunset, just you and me. We gon' sing along to our songs at the top of our lungs. We gon' do it like they do in the movies. The movies. The movies. We gon' do it like they do in the movies. The movies. The movies. We gon' do it like they do in the movies.
Now we're gonna move on to my dining room. My daughter recently got some face paints and she's been painting our faces in her own, and it is so cute. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that picked up off of my kitchen table and get it wiped down with a little bit of Microban as well. When we're sick, I like to wipe down the table fairly often because I feel like it just harbors germs. So whenever we are sick, it feels really good to get the table wiped down, the chairs, and the table surface as well.
To make you do that something to my heart. I give up, you won't stop. I'm like a spinning top. You do that something to make you do that something to my heart. I give up, you won't stop. And I keep spinning you. See right through me. Do that to me. So let's do this, baby. You do that something to make you do that something to my heart. I give up, you won't stop. I'm like a spinning top. Not used to do this. It ain't my style. It ain't my style. You see right through me. I don't wanna hide. No, I don't want.
Because we were feeling under the weather, my kids didn't really have too many toys out in the living room. We were just pretty much hanging out and sitting around and resting. So I didn't have too much to clean up in the living room this time. I believe they did have their gymnastics mats out for just a little bit, and my daughter picked them up. So that is why my living room isn't a huge mess like it normally is. But I'm just gonna get the blankets folded and draped over the corner of my couch. I always have to laugh at myself whenever I see myself throw pillows or blankets in the corner of the couch. We store all of our extra blankets back there. Even though our ottoman has storage, it's just easier to toss them behind the couch. I feel like that's real life, and I'm not gonna fold the blanket if it's just gonna be thrown back there. And it's also easier for my kids to get to. Now I'm gonna move all of this water into my kitchen because we do Walmart delivery for groceries. Sometimes the water doesn't make it all the way into the kitchen, so I'm gonna pick this up and move it and store it away. Even though we have a coat closet, sometimes the shoes don't always make it into the coat closet. So I'm just gonna get all the ones that we're not wearing currently and put them away. I'm gonna put all the ones like my kids' shoes and my husband's shoes away.
a different view of my life. You left me running on and on, but I don't care, would you let me in? You said goodbye like everything's gone, everything that we could have been. But I know you are my liability. Yeah, I know you are my liability. You say that you're sorry. We turn the page and make up. Our broken trust got you haunted. The doubt in you was enough to leave me chasing you on and on. But I don't care, I will let you in. You said goodbye like everything's gone, everything that we could have been. But I know you are my liability. Yeah, I know you are my liability.
So now that my house is all picked up and cleaned up and vacuumed and wiped down, it feels so good to have everything cleaned up. I'm gonna start making these breakfast sandwiches. My husband now has to take breakfast with him to work, so these are really easy for him to grab, and he said they are so good. But for this recipe, I'm gonna be making bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches to go. I also made them with sausage, and my husband said he likes the sausage ones better, but he said these are also really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you the recipe. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're going to put 14 eggs, whole eggs, into a bowl and add 1/3 cup of milk and whisk it together. I seasoned my egg with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. You're gonna preheat your oven to 350, and then you're going to line your cookie sheet with some parchment paper. I also like to spray the parchment paper with just a little bit of olive oil spray. It says non-stick, but I was really nervous. I didn't want the eggs to stick, so I did spray it a little bit just to be safe, and then I dumped my egg and milk mixture on to my cookie sheet to bake it. I baked my eggs for, I believe, a total of 17 minutes, but just keep your eye on it after 15 and make sure they're cooked all the way through. For the bacon, I cut it in half off camera and I laid it on my cookie sheet and got that ready to go into the oven while the eggs were baking. And then I just cut my English muffins in half to broil them. Once the eggs are finished baking, I just take it out and set it aside to cool down. Now I'm gonna put my bacon into the oven. I started the bacon at 350 and then they weren't really cooking all that well, so I upped the temperature to 400 and baked them for, I believe, about 10 minutes, but just cook your bacon until you like it. Now that the bacon is done, I'm going to switch my oven to broil and then put it on high. And then I put my English muffins in the oven to broil for 3 minutes. So what I did was I decided to take the bacon off of the pan and out of the grease so it stops cooking. My bacon was pretty well done by the time I got to it, so I wanted it to stop cooking. So I just took the bacon off of the cookie sheet and put it onto a spare one and dabbed off the grease. Since the eggs are all cooled down, I'm going to cut them according to the size that we want. I just sort of measured it out with an English muffin and I just sliced it up so I could layer it on the sandwiches. You can pretty much see how I decided to layer them. I put a layer of egg, bacon, another layer of egg, and then cheese on it. With the sausage to bake it, all I did was I just pretty much put the oven on 350 after I cooked the eggs, and I baked the sausage for maybe like 5 minutes just to warm it up, and then I put it on the sandwich. I didn't want to cook it completely, even though they come cooked, because if you put it in the microwave, it'll turn really hard. The frozen sausage patties will. So I just decided to warm them up to get some of the grease out, and then I layered them on my sandwich just as I am like the bacon. So I made 6 breakfast sandwiches total. These are good in the refrigerator for up to a week, and then if you freeze them, they're good for up to a month. So the next time I make them, I'm just gonna make the sausage one since my husband likes that one better. But I did try these this morning and they were actually really, really good. So next time I make these, I am gonna make a huge batch and just put them in the freezer. I'm not meal prepping these every weekend for my husband, but they're a huge hit. My husband loves them, his friends love them, and I highly recommend these breakfast sandwiches. So while I'm waiting for all of these sandwiches to cool down completely, because I don't want them to get soggy while they're in the bag if I store them away while they're hot, I'm going to label the sandwich bag as to what it is, and then I'm also going to put the date that I made it. I'm going to get that all labeled, and then I'm going to use some parchment paper, wrap it up, and then put it in the bag. After they're all bagged up, I like to squeeze the air out of all of them and make sure they're sealed tightly. I label 1 gallon baggie with like what they are. For example, these are bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, so I write that on the bag so my husband knows which one he's grabbing for the day. And then I'll just put them all in the same bag and put them in the refrigerator. But that does it for this video. I want to say thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to watch. I really appreciate it. If you're new here, I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And if you're coming back, thank you so much for being here. Your support truly means so much to me. I'll see you in my next one.